We were madly in love with being parents, and Callum was just a dream baby. So we started to try, I think, when he was about 9 months, I think, when we first tried to get pregnant again. We found out it was a little girl. We kind of found out with all of ours in the mid-trimester scan. So we were just, so excited. We had everything we wanted, we thought. And yeah, so we decorated what had been Callum's room with a bit more of a girly theme, and it was, everything was going great. We made it past that safe period of 12 weeks and nothing wrong at all in my pregnancy. It was great. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Rang the hospital, they weren't concerned. They said, just, come on in. I was having contractions, didn't think much of it. Hadn't noticed if I'd felt her move since my waters are broken. And they kind of had a little bit of trouble finding the heartbeat, reassured me, put me on a CTG monitor to listen, and they were picking up a heartbeat there. We were pretty excited because Callum's labour had been very quick, 4 hours, so we thought this was going to be really quick. And there were some concerns about the rate of the heartbeat, and I kept telling them I thought it was mine. They finally, after several calls, an obstetrician arrived in who did an ultrasound, and all he said to us was, there's no heartbeat. It feels like your world's crashing down, and it really does feel like a nightmare that someone's going to wake you up from. It just doesn't seem possible. Babies don't just die at 40 weeks for no reason. So it really did feel like the world stopped. Because this was so unexpected, we wanted answers. We wanted to know how this could happen.
The New South Wales statewide Perinatal Postmortem Service is a service that has centralised all perinatal postmortems for babies from 14 weeks gestation up to 28 days of life. It centralises all the paperwork, so the paperwork is the same across the entire state. It centralises the intake of these babies into one service. And that service is offered from John Hunter Hospital, from Prince of Wales Hospital, and from the Children's Hospital at Westmead. I feel really proud that we've put together a service that makes things easier for people going through one of the hardest things they'll ever go through in their lives. And from a professional point of view, I feel really proud because I know how hard it is sitting at a desk, having just gone through a terrible thing with this family, to be faced with this massive stack of paperwork that doesn't make sense. No one really knows how to do it. You want to do the best for families, but you're unsure of how to do it. I'm really proud that I know professionally our service is helping clinicians with that at a time that is really hard for them as well as families.
I think having a centralised and coordinated pathology model that exists now will make a world of difference to parents. When I think back to the time when you're trying to make decisions you never thought possible amidst overwhelming grief. So trying to decide, first of all, whether to have a post-mortem, where your baby's going, having to organise funerals, just you're overwhelmed with things that you didn't think was ever going to be possible, and then having to think about following up your autopsy results and having someone explain them, or even wondering when they're going to come, and having the new coordinated service with someone who walks that journey with you and initiates the contact rather than you feeling like you're always trying to find information. I think it will make the world of difference to parents who are already going through so much if they don't have to worry about that as well, and to know that someone's caring about their baby, because they're still your baby and you have such a short time with them, and then to have to hand them over to somebody, to know that there is someone who is responsible and is going to make sure they know where your baby always is and is going to care for them, to keep you informed. I think it is going to make a world of difference to parents. It really will. It's something I wish I'd had, because I had to follow up everything with my own post-mortem results, and that really compounded the stress.